The thing that I love about inhalers is this can go in your diaper bag, this can go in your car, this can go in their backpack, whereas the nebulizer, which a lot of medicine with the nebulizer just goes into the atmosphere and doesn't get into their lungs, you also have to have electricity for it. They have to sit there for 15 minutes. A lot of kids will just scream and yell, and that actually, in the past, people said, well, if they're screaming and yelling, more is getting into their lungs, but all the studies have shown that that's not actually the case, that when they're screaming and yelling, less medicine gets into their lungs, which is another reason why I like spacers so much better. This is easy to take to grandma's. You don't have to take the whole nebulizer device with you everywhere that you go. And oftentimes parents go home with an inhaler. Hopefully they got a spacer with it too. Parents aren't really instructed much on how to use it. And so I just wanted to walk through that really quickly. Even babies in the NICU can use an inhaler. And a lot of people get the idea wrong because you saw somebody on TV on a movie one time, they just shake their inhaler and then that's what they're trying to do with their child. If you want the medicine to actually get into the lungs and not just get into the throat and in the mouth, then you use a spacer plus or minus a mask. And what this does is when you apply the spacer and mask to your inhaler, then when you do that dose of medicine, it goes in here and it goes into the lungs when they're taking breaths, rather than just all getting sprayed right into the back of their throat at once. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your inhaler, you're going to take your spacer. This one has a mask on the front of it. Younger kids should use a mask as well when they're doing it. Older kids, you can get a spacer that just has a lip piece on there. What you're going to do is you're going to shake it up. If you haven't used your inhaler in a few days, you're going to prime it by just pressing it down and wasting a dose into the air. You're going to put the inhaler onto the spacer and mask piece, and then you're going to put it up to, I don't have a child readily available, you're up to your child's mouth, and you have to make sure and get a good seal, and you're just going to very calmly do this. It's not something you have to rush to do quickly or anything like that. You can get them comfortable with it, and what you're going to do is you're going to give a dose, and then you're going to have them take 6 deep, even breaths. They don't have to go we're just going to take 6 even deep breaths in and out. The little ball here will go up and down to show that they're taking those breaths. Typically, we give multiple puffs. And so usually for albuterol, 2 to 4 puffs every 4 hours as needed for cough or difficulty breathing. So then what you're going to do is after those 6 puffs, you're going to give your child a break so that they can just have a break to breathe normally, 30 seconds, a minute, something like that. And then you're going to repeat it. You can't just do puff, puff, and you won't get the right dose in that case. So what you're going to do is, again, put it up. You're going to do another puff, and then you're going to just have them take 6 deep, even breaths. And that's all you do. That's how it works. And this works exceptionally better. And like I said, even babies in the NICU can use inhalers rather than nebulizers.